Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guten tag, bienvenue, bienvenido, ohayo gozaimasu, shalom, namaste, aloha. Welcome all of our friends around the world on Facebook, all of our friends around the world on Livestream, and welcome all of our friends here in San Francisco. I am Master Shunya. I am one of the lead teachers here at Master Sha Tao Healing Center in San Francisco. And we are delighted to be welcoming a special guest teacher this weekend, Master Cecilia Liu. Master Cecilia is a business expert with incredible background in international business for IBM, for Daimler, and for Siemens, among other multinational companies. She has been an executive for all of those companies and done outstanding work. Hi, AV team. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. So, we're very, very, very happy to be welcoming Master Cecilia. And her topic this weekend is Discover Your Gifts and Unleash Your Potential. So she's been our guest here all week, starting with a really lovely talk at East West Bookshop, which is one of the leading spiritually oriented bookshops here in the Bay Area. And she shared a lot about connecting with our own life purpose and how our life purpose connects with the whole world, in fact, the whole universe, all that exists. So when we make that connection, we have unlimited energy and unlimited power to create what we're here on Earth to do. So I invite you, especially if you're feeling a little bit stuck in your life, like you know that the universe has a purpose for you, but you're not quite sure what that is, or you know what it is, but you're not quite sure how to make it happen. This is the weekend for you. So we're going to start by joining our hearts and souls together as one. Because whenever we connect in a group and connect with higher consciousness, with universal wisdom, universal love, universal light, we can always be more creative and more powerful. So I invite you to do that with me by singing a very, very simple song. It's the song of love, peace, and harmony. And it goes very simply like this. I'll sing it one time through so you can hear how it goes. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. So when we sing, we use 4 powers. We use body power. So for body power, you can stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, or if you're sitting, you can sit up straight with your back away from the back of the chair as you're able, and your feet flat on the floor. This brings Mother Earth energy up through your feet and connects you to heaven's energy coming down from above. So please join me if you would and sit up straight in your chair as you're able, with your back away from the chair and your feet flat on the floor. We have a rebellious group tonight. Okay, so I'm here to support you in achieving your goals, in unleashing your potential. The more we work together on that, the better, because it will actually even in just what I'm telling you, this body power, if you just do that much, your energy will align with your goals more than it was before, and will be easier to achieve your goals. So sitting up straight, close your eyes, use mind power. By mind power is creative visualization. Visualize golden light in your lower abdomen. Why the lower abdomen? Because you want power to create your potential. That power comes from your first chakra, your second chakra, your third chakra, back to your Ming Men, which is a point at the back of about the middle of your lower back. In that area, the core of your body is where your power centers are. When that energy is strong, you have the power to create the world that you would like to create, a world where your potentials are fulfilled. So close your eyes, visualize golden light in your lower abdomen. Feel that power building in your first chakra, second chakra, third chakra, going back to the Ming Men directly behind the belly button, and then down through your tailbone to the very base of your torso. A circle of light. In fact, we're just going to chant that. So right next to the third chakra, halfway between your belly button, at the level of your belly button, halfway between front and back, is a special energy center called the Kungong, the Mother Earth Temple. From the Kungong, the energy goes straight back to the Ming Men point, about the middle of your lower back, straight back from your belly button, down through the tailbone or Wei Lu area, down to the Wei Yin, which is the point, acupuncture point right at the base of your torso, halfway between your reproductive organs and tailbone, and then up through the first, second, and third chakras. This area is called the Zhong, Z-H-O-N-G. Visualizing golden light in the Kungong, the Ming Men, the Hui Lu, the Hui Yin, the whole Zhong. Kungong, Ming Men, Hui Lu, Hui Yin, the whole Zhong. Kungong Ming Men Wei Lu Wei Yin 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 中，空共明门为路为言中，空共明门为路为言中，空共明门为路为言中，空共明门为路为言中，空共明门为路为言中，空共明门为路为言中，空共明门为路为言中，空共明门为路为言中，空共明门为路为言中，空共明门为路为言中，空共明门为路为言中。Feel the grounding. Feel the power inside of you. Now we're going to share that power first with our own heart and soul. I love my heart and soul. Then with all humanity. I love all humanity. We're going to make a calling, join hearts and souls together. And from that comes love, peace, and harmony for our own heart and soul. And love, peace, and harmony for the whole world, humanity, and all souls everywhere. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Dear soul, mind, and body of the love song of love, peace, and harmony. We love you, honor you, appreciate you. Please help to remove the blockages for each of us individually and as a group. The blockages that keep us from discovering our own gifts. The blockages that keep us from realizing our own soul potential. Melt those blockages away. Transform our lives so that we are living our gifts, living our purpose on earth, full of excitement, joy, love, and light. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. Let's sing it in soul language. If you don't know the words, just hum along. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, la, li. Lula, lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. In Mandarin. Wo ai wo xin ha ling. Wo ai chuan rin lei. Wan ling rong ha mu xi shang. Shan ai ping an he she. Shan ai ping an he she. In English, I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Join hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace, and harmony. And I think some of our Hawaiian friends are joining us tonight. This one's for you. Aloha mai ia'u. Aloha kako apau. E pili mai pu'uvai kako. Aloha maluhia lokahi. Aloha maluhia lokahi. And I think we have friends in Europe joining us, including some of our German friends. Ich liebe mein Herz und meine Seele. Ich liebe die ganze Menschheit. Wer reinet Herz und Seelen, lieber Frieden und Harmonie. Lieber Frieden und Harmonie. And once more in soul language, singing as lovingly and as gently as we can to our own soul. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, li. Lula, lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. Lula, li, lula. How whenever we sing that song, the whole universe aligns behind us. All of heaven, earth, humanity lines up with us to achieve what we're here to do on Mother Earth. Each one of us has a special mission. And this weekend is going to help you live that mission. I want to tell you a little bit about Master Cecilia's background. Over the past 20 years, Master Cecilia Liu has worked for the executive teams for Fortune 100 companies, including Siemens, Daimler, IBM, and Sanofi Aventis in the US, Germany, and China. Most recently, she served as a management board member at the global headquarters of Siemens. Under her leadership, the business unit achieved 300% of their target for business improvement and set a historical record that has never been reached before. Master Cecilia has extremely broad experience in a wide range of functions, including strategy, operations, finance, sales and marketing, competitive intelligence, mergers and acquisition, product life cycle management, supply chain management, quality management, project management, risk management, and more. Her industry experience spans healthcare, pharmaceuticals, information technology, automobiles, transportation, and services. Master Cecilia has received 3 universities degrees, 2 of which are master's degrees from the US and Germany. For her MBA studies in the US, she graduated with the highest honor and was awarded the honor of National Chancellor's List 2004-2005, which is awarded to only 1% of graduate students nationwide. She has extensive international experience and is trilingual. She has great passion and appreciation of diverse cultures. Her life events have brought her to Dr. and Master Sha in 2008. The greatest love and total commitment to service to all humanity from Dr. and Master Sha have deeply touched her heart and inspired her to leave her senior executive position and corporate life and join Dr. and Master Sha in his humanitarian work. It is her heart's desire to serve humanity with all that she has been given and that she has been prepared for throughout her career. And this weekend, it's her heart and soul's desire to help you to realize your own potential and unleash that potential through discovering your own gifts. Please give a very warm welcome to Master Cecilia Liu. Welcome, Master Cecilia.
Thank you. Thank you, Master Shunya. Thank you, everyone. Great. It's happy to see everyone. Great. Talking about this, thank you for the introduction, Master Shunya. And talk about this topic for this weekend. Discover your gifts and unleash your potential. This topic was actually created 3 years ago in San Francisco. I remember that was March 2016, the first time I came to San Francisco. We had an event, very beautiful event. And during the middle of the event, the people, because we were talking about what is a calligraphy for, what is a life for, and some people, 2 people actually remember, request for this workshop. One is Deborah. Yes, remember our beloved Deborah. And the other one is Gloria. So they both have been presenting the team, said we really want to know what is our gifts, what is my potential, what is my life mission, what I'm here for. And they asked me whether I can offer a workshop on that. And I said yes. And I said, just give me some time. I will do that when the time is ready. So when Deborah transitioned last year, right?
It might have been more than a year.
More than a year, okay. So when Deborah left Earth, I was really sad at that time. And I promised to her soul I will deliver my promise. And when I deliver my promise, she will be there. So this weekend, it's a special weekend that I'm delivering my promise. But more than that, it's truly my heart. It has been my heart to share this topic with you. Because coming from where I am, I'm learning myself. In the corporate world, it's constantly training. All those training, what for? For develop your gifts, develop potential, and utilize your gifts, utilize your potential. There are many programs for it. So I myself gone through the different management training program, also nominate people for it. But now, walking into the spiritual path, and I discover much, much more. So that opens arena for this topic, discover your gifts and unleash your potential much, much greater. So I'm happy, excited to share with you. Great. But it's going to be, so this weekend there's going to be multiple topics merged together. Remember, the full name called Dao Chang Dao Calligraphy, to discover your gifts and unleash your potential. Yes? So there is a component of Dao Chang, there is a component of Dao Calligraphy, there is a component of discovering your gifts, there is components unleash your potential. Yes? So we're going to see how those things come together. And I will speak first Dao Chang Dao Calligraphy, then I will speak about the unleash, in terms of our gifts and potential, and then how do they come together. So one thing very special is we are actually inside of the Dao Chang. The Dao Chang, for people here in person, I think most of you experience online. I'm pretty sure we have many new people online. So let's say welcome first to everyone online for Facebook, for webcast. Love you. Love you. Great. Welcome. Whoever is there will welcome you. We feel your presence. It's not by accident you're there. So the Dao Chang is formed by a circle of Dao calligraphy, right? So what is a calligraphy? This is a calligraphy. 灵光 so light. And the calligraphy, but this is not the traditional calligraphy. This is called a Dao calligraphy. Yes, Dao calligraphy is founded by Dr. and Master Zhigang Sha. That was a few years ago, 2013. By the end, I think October, that was the first time he had an event where he released a Dao calligraphy. So from that time on, the Dao calligraphy gone through different upgrades, so to speak. Yes, and now we happen to have, this is one of the latest calligraphy, Dao calligraphy from Master Sha. This Dao Chang, that's character means Dao field. Then, you have the Dao circle, you have Dao Chang, and then also have the Dao art. This is the 4th generation. So that's the latest and some of the highest generation. So this calligraphy, by the way, there will be no photos, no screenshot. Very important, because this is actually very secret object, and we want to honor the secretness. So this weekend, one thing for most is that we're going to be in this field of Dao Chang, and we will, for the weekend, we're going to open up the Dao Chang behind the curtain, and also on the side we already see that it's in the Dao Chang. Also, this calligraphy will be in the presence. So be prepared, you'll be heated up. part of the reason we're inside of the Dao Chang to operate this is to stimulate, to escalate the purification process. And so the opening of your gifts, your potential, will be much faster. Okay. So speaking about the Dao calligraphy, and Dao calligraphy is based on the Chinese character. So I mentioned I think a couple times this week, the profoundness of Chinese character. So the Chinese character, it is the only ancient language that still lasts until today, still be utilized today. And for Chinese character has more than 5,000 years of history, and there's many sacred message and wisdom stored in the Chinese character. So, for instance, one of the character maybe we know, some of us know, it's a Shen. Shen Qi Jing, yes, Shen. So Shen, I will write it in a minute. That is actually, that Chinese character also can mean many different meanings. Can be also referred to the saint. So for instance, can also be the Shen Qi Jing. So that's from the Yellow Emperor's book. Shen Qi Jing includes the soul, heart, and mind. How is this character written in Chinese? You probably want to know. That is pronunciation, yes. And in Chinese, today, today it's written as this way, okay? But actually, one that was created wasn't this writing. This was already simplified. The original writing is so. So I'm going to, even Chinese may not know that. Even as a Chinese myself, I didn't grow up with that knowledge. And later on, when I dive into the Dao calligraphy, then the layers wisdom comes up. So for instance, for this character here, left and right, what is the Shen? What is the saint? What is this creation? And this character here, this part, means heaven. Okay, heaven. Yes. And then this is also heaven, but 90-degree rotate. What that rotation means? Give a guess.
Not heaven.
Not heaven.
Maybe earth.
Maybe earth.
Human connection with heaven.
Uh-huh.
Or somewhere else that's less pleasant.
Uh-huh. Yes. Good guess, you see. So this is heaven. This means that the rotate, so means heaven come to earth to show its presence. So for instance, the nature, within the nature there is heaven's presence. Yes. So you can consider this as earth, maybe one way, but basically heaven's presence on earth. Okay? And what about this?
Join us one.
It looks like it's cutting something.
It look like cutting something.
Something looking in the mirror at itself.
Look at a mirror.
Yeah, the human seeing
Yeah.
the divine
Yeah.
in themselves.
Yes. Good guess. So this 1, 2, 3, yes. This presents heaven, earth, and human. Heaven, earth, human. And then this means that something, this Shen, actually Shen, going through connecting heaven, earth, human. Yes, embrace all of them, connect as one. Okay, so this is the Shen. So what is the Shen? Shen is the heaven's presence on earth and connect heaven, earth, human, and join as one. Okay, you see the profoundness in the Chinese character, yes? So that's a message, and unfortunately throughout the years of development, some of the message being lost while they're modifying the character. So with this message, the Dao calligraphy will be written as this way. Yes. So when we write the Shen, when we write the Dao calligraphy, you can feel the Shen is different, isn't it? Yes. And when you write, you embrace that. What is the Dao calligraphy? Dao calligraphy Dao calligraphy is a oneness writing. Dao calligraphy is oneness writing. So what is a oneness? What is this oneness about? You see that traditionally the Chinese character are not, it's a stroke by stroke. Okay, that's how being created. You saw, for instance, for this one here, for instance here, it's a stroke by stroke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 9 stroke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, and then but this one is just, you see, it's one stroke from beginning to the end. That is a one stroke, one qi. Okay. So it's a one stroke and one qi. One qi. Don't look. The one qi is actually quite profound. Think about what keeps human being alive. Yes, breathing. Yes, and what if the breathing stops?
Life leaves you.
Life
Soul
leaves.
leaves you.
Yeah, soul leaves. Yes. So the Chinese saying 人活一口气, the person lives in one qi. Yeah. So this one qi is very, very important. Okay. But more than that, this oneness, more than the one stroke, one qi, it also has a deeper meanings. So, for instance, that one of the meaning that had to look deeper. When I started to teach calligraphy, I went through the history for the Chinese calligraphy for 5,000 years. There are 6 types of calligraphies. There's auricle bones, where the early stage of Chinese calligraphy, it's very like sign language. You see, like that. This means sun. You already know now. Yes. So this means Masashunia's favorite. Okay. And then this means
Sunset, sunrise.
Is sunset or sunrise?
Sunset.
Sunset. Yeah. The sun. You see the sun coming down. Sunset. And the sunrise will be different. Sunrise, there is more stroke here. Like the lower part means alive. So alive brings the sun up. That's a sunrise. Yes. So it's a sign language oracle born. That's 5,000 years ago. That's the first type. And then you have a seal type. Seal type, like here. This is a seal type. Yeah. Today, even for the stamps, it's all using the seal type. Why? Because every type of calligraphy carries a different character. This seal type means it presents authority. Okay, so actually, when this type of calligraphy being created in history, that time how the country being governed, it's very authoritative. That's the different type of calligraphy actually link very closely to that particular time of history, and very profound. Then after the seal type, it's called clerical. Okay, so clerical. Yeah. So for instance, one of the character like this. This is a clerical, very rigid, yes. And after that, there is actually a major shift. The next one is called a regular type. And regular type, for instance, will written like, you see, can you feel much more flow? Yeah, much more flow. So this is a regular. Then after regular, it's called a running style. Running style, it's much more. It's also called a semi-cursive. Much more. There's more connection there. And then the last one is cursive. Chinese called 草书. So in all the 6 type of calligraphy, and the question is, at least when I did this, gone through the history for different type of calligraphy, I asked question: what drives the revolution for different type of calligraphy? What drives it?
Changing dynasty.
Changing dynasty. Good point.
I was going to say changing cultural, some sort of upheaval, or a different way of looking at things, maybe new philosophies.
Changing people, different philosophy. Yes. Good thoughts, all good thoughts. Some thoughts. Yes. So exactly. So there, all the thinking here, like Mas Hennes mentioned, the Qing dynasty. That's true. Actually, all the different type of calligraphies existing exactly in that dynasty, the culture match with the type of calligraphy. Yes. So, for instance, when this running style started, was actually start to flourish in the Tang Dynasty, where the culture is much more open, embrace the flowiness into the culture, into the government. So it's true, and the people also searching for something. Yes, people are changing. But what is the underneath? What is the biggest thing that people are searching? Big question, yes? Okay, welcome. And so this is a question I asked. Actually, you could not find this in a book. I did try. It's not written in the book. So eventually, through the search that what I been guided, and I was being shown that actually through the history, this 5,000 years of history, the different type of calligraphy, what the human are looking, or what drives the revolution or change of the calligraphy, are one sentence. Heaven, human, join as one. Heaven, human, join as one. That's what drives the change, the shift in the character. It seems just writing change, but it's not. There is a deeper to that. So you see, for instance, from here to here, yes, here's much more flow. So the people looking, what they're looking for was the relationship from, until this type, the relationship for person, calligrapher with a brush, it started to merge. versus at this time it's very rigid, yes, not yet melt as one. So there is different level for melting as one, but eventually that's what they're searching for. However, was not being found. And until the Dao calligraphy, this it's realized. Same character. Just watch and feel. I will write in Dao calligraphy. Can you feel the difference? Mm-hmm. Yeah, even for me, after writing this one, my message center are moving and shaking. You see, there is much more flow, but more than that, there is Shen Qi Jing. There is oneness energy comes through. Okay, so you see the Dao calligraphy carries a different layers of oneness. One stroke, one qi, but also the heaven join as one with the heaven. So this is it. Means the heaven and human join as one. Okay, this is the second layer of oneness. There is more. The other layers I will just give to you. It's called Shen Qi Jing He Yi. In other words, means soul, heart, mind, body join as one. Okay, so heart, mind, body. Join as one. So those are some of the important elements or layers of the oneness writing for Dao calligraphy. Yes, one stroke, one qi, and one with the heaven and human join as one, and soul, heart, mind, body join as one. For us to develop our gifts and potential, we need to go through all of those. I mentioned this not just to see calligraphy, but it's also this why the calligraphy we're choosing calligraphy one to utilize that for us to develop our gifts and potential, and because they are all closely related to gifts and potentials. We'll come back to that. So now we speak about the gifts and potentials. So what that means to you, gifts and potentials.
Innate abilities. Innate abilities. Abilities that we're born with. That have within us.
Okay. Okay. More.
Recognizing them and flourishing them. Recognizing them and flourishing them.
Yes, very good. Recognize it and flourish. Means developing, yes? Okay. Good.
Well, I would say talents and abilities that with proper training and education one can develop.
Yes, okay. So let's say skill set developed through training and education.
Yeah.
Okay. Training and education. Okay. More. Lawrence?
I would say purpose, what you came here to do.
Okay. gifts and potentials, yes?
Just
Yeah.
your overall life experience is naturally molded.
Okay. Okay. Any other comments? We also can the webcasters, they also can write. You know, we have a lot of people on the online. Every question asked here also, or for the webcasters.
So also like this quality of the soul.
Quality of soul.
Soul abilities.
Okay. Good. Do we, Victoria, you can read some comments online.
Yes, at this moment there are none defining gifts and potentials. There are many hellos and
Yes.
honored to be here.
Lawrence, thinking hard. What are you thinking about?
Yeah, I was thinking likable and admired characteristics of your personality. Something that when people look at you, they admire you and you're very liked for that.
Appreciate personality.
Yeah, the aspects of your personality that people appreciate that. Something like that. As you shine.
Yeah. Appreciate personality, yes?
Thank you for letting me release that.
Okay.
Also the key for service.
Yeah. Very good point. Key for service. Okay, so this is quite a good list. If we go on with the webcast, I'm pretty sure it's going to continue. And this topic, I think everyone wants to know. Yes, everyone wants to know what is my gifts, what is my potential, and we have said that's the ability, you know, can and also recognize the ability and develop it, flourishing. And the skill set develops through the training, education, yes, purpose, and overall life experience, qualities of soul, and key to service, and appreciate the personalities. Yes. Great, great. So how do we get it? How do we develop it? Yes?
Put the action on, and that would be love. That would be the action.
Okay. How do we develop action? Love. Okay.
Passion.
Passion. Good. Where did the passion come from?
From love.
From a love. Love to what?
Love to go forward and do the service.
And why? What drives it?
I don't know. Purity.
Yeah, just pass on the mic when the people speak about willpower. Good. See, the reason I keep asking you why is to dig deeper. This is one thing. With the gifts and potentials, this topic that many people are talking about, many people are searching, but still it's what I experience is still on the surface. We have not found the depths of it. Just, you see, we walk through the history of the Chinese character, right? The Chinese calligraphy. So this maybe seems, okay, just changing. But the key, in order to know what the direction of the calligraphy going or why we need a Dao calligraphy, we need to ask first to really dig it out. What is the one thing drives it? Yes? So what drives it for the calligraphy, for instance, is this. 天人合一, heaven and human joined as one. That's what the human are searching. But interesting enough, you notice that Many times when we were searching at deep inside of us, we're not even aware. Yes. So for instance, this changing of different generation of Chinese calligraphy, but if you ask the Chinese what drives it, 99.9% people don't know. They cannot tell you. I also cannot find it from a book. It's from the flow. Being shown that that's what they're searching for. So that's what drives. Once you know this is what they're driving for 3,000 years, 5,000 years of development for calligraphy, then you know what the human genre is one. It's what the Dao calligraphy can deliver. Then you know what is a Dao calligraphy. Dao calligraphy is the answer for 5,000 years of search. Then you know the future for Dao calligraphy, the value of Dao calligraphy. You see? So once you dig it out, really find the root, then the picture will be different. You see? You find the core. Same here. Same here. For the gifts and potential, we need to also, so many of us, because preparing for this workshop this weekend, I did a little bit research. The more I research, the more I realize what's out there, it's so on the surface. So on the surface. And that made me realize deeper what the value is, what we really want to deliver. Let's go deeper. Where is this gifts and potentials coming from? How to develop that? Okay, I think this is a question what we want to know. Yeah. Where did the gifts potential come from? So let's see here, right? We talk about the skill set developed through the training education. I want to draw. I'm trying to draw a picture. Yes. So let's say this is our life. Yes, our life. In the life, we had different events. Yeah, we had education. Let's say we had high school, we had university, yes, and we had a working experience. Yeah. So working, I don't know how many professions we had. Give me some.
Oh, like engineer.
Engineer. No, your experience.
Yeah, like I've been an engineer.
Okay, engineer.
A waiter.
Waiter, okay.
I've done electrical work.
That's engineer.
Construction. All kinds of jobs.
Yes.
Good. Shoe store. Salesman.
Okay.
Many kinds.
Good. So some business related, some service related. Yes. Good. So in this lifetime, you have so many of the skill sets. Yes. You gain through the education, training, etc. But in one lifetime, how long can a person live? Maybe it's 100 or less, right? Yeah. So you have a limited time to gain the different experiences, do you? Right? So one thing is important to know the gifts and potential at different levels. It has the mind level gifts and potentials, has the soul level gifts and potentials, and more. Okay. Why we need to know about the soul? Why?
Because you connect with.
Go ahead and have a mic.
Connect with a very large pool of experience that spans all of your lifetimes, which is a very big asset.
Yes. And more? Why do we need to know about soul?
So we need to know the soul so that we can purify and unplug those blockages there so we can go forward.
Okay. Good point.
Well, it will help us to go to a deeper level of understanding our potential or our purpose, because the soul came in to this lifetime to accomplish certain things or to do specific type of service.
Yeah.
And it would help us if we connect deep enough to understand that, to know that.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. Great. Beautiful.
There's another important issue.
Yeah.
That when we are aligned with our soul, it goes smoothly. And I've learned from experience that when you're not aligned, you just run into unsuccessful outcomes again and again.
Yes, right. Very, very correct. Yeah, we will learn the lessons, myself absolutely included. And that is why we talk about the soul, heart, and mind, body alignment, oneness, right? Soul, heart, and mind, body oneness means the soul, heart, and body alignment. When our mind is not aligned with the soul, then we actually, the soul can stop ourselves because we're not going to the true purpose. Yes. And that's all true. But one thing about the soul, and what we want to know about the soul, is soul provides. You see, the mind is what we can see. Yes, at this mind level, it's what we can see. Oftentimes, we believe what we can see. Actually, can you see air? Is air for real? Right? You see, so we cannot really be fooled by our eyes. Our eyes are only sensible to certain frequencies of vibrations. If the frequency of vibrations are higher than our eyes can perceive, it can no longer see. Right? So that is why the only belief what we can see would have its own limitation. And we want to know soul because to know soul is to give you the knowledge, the understanding, what's on the back of the stage. You see, at this level of physical life, mind is here, that's what I can see. But what is the reason behind it? What's on the backstage? That's what the soul, knowing the soul would give you the clue. Yes? So it's behind it, and when you know so, you know, okay, this is actually back the stage. That's what happened, and what causes the words on the front, showing on the front side. Yes, so that's why very important points. You want to know the perspective, so that actually opens our understanding immensely. Okay, and. So under the soul, one of the important aspects about the soul is that the soul reincarnates. Does it? Soul reincarnates. So for a physical life, in this physical life, we live for 100 years, whatever that is, then at some point may come to a close. But the soul would continue, right? Continue. So for develop the gifts and potential, we also need to know there is mind level potential gifts. There are also soul level gifts and potential. So, for instance, in this lifetime, we have one lifetime of gifts and potentials. Then this at the soul level, so there's multiple lifetimes. Multiple lifetimes, then that gives you what? Much more access, right? So let's say in here you had an education, high school, university, and here you can have many different educations. You can have different high school, different universities, and different subjects. You're not only working as engineers, you may work for many different jobs, yes, many different professions. And also you live in different entities or different different professions, yes. So, for instance, some of us are in the past lifetimes we were engineer, and we were also the royal family, yes. For instance, the emperor, empress, that's also or king or queen. That's in this team quite often. Then we also had lifetimes where I know myself had a lifetimes as beggar. That's important training. The San Francisco, even the beggar on the street, I found them very characteristic. I liked watching them, and yesterday when I came here, walk to the center, I saw a person, that lady, maybe homeless, that she was sitting on the floor reading a book. I was rushing to go, otherwise I'd love to chat with her. Very characteristic. So, and maybe sometime we were farmer. Yes. Then some lifetime you're a singer or public figure, etc. So you see here they become much bigger. Yes. And the other day we'll talk about that. You were engineer, yeah. You also work with the computers. We have their computers. So we take this as a one database. Database, yes. Data bank. So that's where the data you can process. And what about here? The data we can process much, much greater, isn't it? Yes. You see right now this is called data technology, data age. Data age is after internet, it's more than internet. Yes. But why the data age is even more than internet?
Because we're accessing higher frequencies.
Higher frequencies.
That humanity is starting to.
Yes.
Information, communications travel around the world at very high speeds because of the internet and this new technology.
Yeah.
For me, it's new technology.
Yes. So the data age, it's advancement from what's before, right? What's internet. Part of the reason is you have to see the trends of humans' development or business development. It's if you look at the business in the last, both business of science and society has changed and developed dramatically in the last couple of hundred years. If you do a search, many of new technologies actually emerge in this couple of hundred years, very significant time. And if you look at the business change, how many years ago? I remember when I was working for IBM at that time, there is a major decision being made. IBM sold its personal PC division to a Chinese company. What's Lianxiang? What's the name of the? We have it actually. Lots of us had the iPad.
Oh, Lenovo?
Yeah, Lenovo, yeah. Right, so that's a Chinese company. So IBM sold that part. At that time, the people were discussing why, because the computer being the significant kind of part of IBM, why the company sell that?
To focus on other areas or new technologies?
Yes, you're in the right direction. Then what is the direction? What is the new technology?
Supercomputers? Artificial intelligence?
Yes. Supercomputers and this artificial intelligence. Yeah. So basically, in a summary, the PC is a hardware, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. So the development, you watch the development state, particularly for IT, but it's also more than IT. It's development, it's hardware, then what? Software, isn't it? Software. After software, where it goes? Everyone thinking. Yes. So after the software, it goes to service.
Cloud. Yeah.
Service, yes. Service. So maintenance service, or it's more soft value. Yes. So then after the service, what goes? What is the next one? If you can read this, you can read the economy, actually. You can see the trends, what's going on with all the company. This is what actually this came when I went to China. Some of the billionaires, they had quite a business, but they are confused where the economy is going, where in the China situations are. So they wanted me to give a speech. And I remember I mentioned some of this. So it's for you to see what underneath of what's happening. That's the trends of what's happening. It's hardware, software, services. Then the next one is networking.
Connectivity.
Yeah, you can call that connectivity, networking. So all what's happening in the last 20 years is around this topic of networking. So this networking is from the smaller to bigger, yes? So networking, for instance, at the beginning you had a company has a little, before was PC by PC, everyone is separated. Then, Lawrence, remember that? Then you had the company has a little bit connected, yeah? The internet. Then afterward you have what? Internet. The internet. But yes, right now more the internet are provided with, enabled by internet is a data technology. So it's why I mentioned that this one of the things you need to trying to help guide you through is to see the pictures behind the picture. Because when you can see the picture behind the pictures, many things will be looked at different. We will no longer be confused. Same thing for the gifts and potentials. Remember, lots of are still on the surface. A lot of what's on the society available. And this development, economically, socially, is not only for economic, social development. It still fundamentally reflects a human's development, because human is the core for the society, for business. So that in that networking, it is looking for expansion, connection. Okay? Now I'm coming back to here. Yes? So that is why we absolutely have to access to the soul. If we don't access to the soul's abilities, soul's potential, soul's gifts, we will be left behind for what's going on right now, for what this world is leading to. We're leading to a new era. And to go into the new era, the soul and era we're talking about, and this level, one lifetime of mind, it cannot sustain, cannot survive. The data already gone so big, what's our data technology, so this, our gifts and potential need to also expand. That's the point. Are you getting that? So if you see because the gifts and potential not a standalone, the gifts and potential is for particular time to be utilized. Otherwise, it means nothing, right? Or otherwise, it's not enough, isn't it? So in order to know what's gifts and potential we need to develop, or what's the capacity, what the potential, you need to know what the time is. Yes? So this time, it's a revolution time. Yeah, what's the time, yeah? So this time it's a changing. You see many things are expanding. You see the economic business-wise, it's more than blooming. It's a huge expansion. So for us, for our gifts and potential, we also are hungry for that expansion as well. We need to catch up with our own expansion in our gifts and potential. But our gifts and potential in one lifetime is not enough. Only at the mind level is not enough. That's the point. So when I look to the search, lots of the gifts and potential still talk about mind level gifts and potential. You can do a search yourself. That's what available there. It's not enough. So we need to access and start to know how to gain the soul level gifts and potentials. Okay? And just talking about the database, one lifetime you can have that much access. That's limited, right? No matter how much you do, there's limitation there. But when you look at it bigger from the soul's perspective, then the gifts and potential is much, much bigger, isn't it? Yes. And what is the next after the soul?
Other souls.
Huh?
Other souls.
Other souls.
Original soul.
Uh-huh.
The source, original,
Souls. Uh-huh.
the
Infinite.
Yes. So the souls still reincarnate, but souls is soul reincarnates. Yes. Eventually, even we don't want to incarnate, isn't it? But in order to come above this reincarnation circle, and we need to also be uplifted. That's what the enlightenment is talking about. And in a Buddhism teaching, it's called 本性具足. Or another word, you may be more familiar, 明心见性. Enlighten your heart to see your true self. So this true self is the next layer. Yes, it's here. So that is, we call that, there's different names. There's true self. Yes. There is also called higher self. Yes. And there is also called Yuan Shen, the Taoism called Yuan Shen. Yuan Shen. Okay. But they actually meant the same thing. So this Yuan Shen and our soul are deeply connected. When the soul purified enough, it will melt with the Yuan Shen as one. Okay. But this journey, it's so hard, isn't it? So here, when we are here, the wisdom, the higher wisdom, what we're searching for, it's actually already here. So we're looking for gifts and potentials. Those are different layers of gifts and potentials. Majority of the training is on here. I myself also gone through that. So in talking about the trainings, educations, and the Karma used to send me to training more than $10,000 for less than a week. You see how much that costs. But still, that's limited. Okay? And so at this level, it's much more. Much, much more. And then this level, it's unlimited. So the Yuan Shen. Why the Yuan Shen? Yuan Shen has so much. Why? So much ability. It's come from Tao. Yes, it's come from Tao. And?
Infinite access to all.
Yes. Speaking about the database, yes, we're talking about the data technology database. So this is a one life database, yes. This is a multi-lifetime database. But this one, it's immensely bigger database. You talk about entanglement, that's also entanglement. Yes, this is actually scientifically, I hope one day they can come up with a formula to prove that. Yes, this is absolutely science. So what happened in the past years, and taking myself as an example, I gone through exactly those phases. And before, how many years ago? 10 years ago, maybe? I was fully only here. I did not acknowledge the soul. Remember yesterday I mentioned I had a bet with a friend of mine, and is the qi real or not? Luckily I lost that bet. So I was heavily developing here, and the bio you read, that may be good bio in this arena, in this realm, but still it's one lifetime. Okay, and what I have learned is when I develop my soul, when I develop my connection to my soul, many abilities comes out non-expected, almost effortlessly. So for instance, for dark calligraphy, yes, so I think many of you had experience with dark calligraphy with me, yes, and many said to me that seems I was born for dark calligraphy, it's in me, yeah. But yet, 5 years ago, I did not even talk about dark calligraphy. I did not even not too much experience with calligraphy in general at all. I would have never thought I would work with calligraphy. You see, but yet when I started to touch, the first day when Master teach dark calligraphy, I still remember the first retreat we gone to, and in that first retreat, in the 7 days, we only learned 3 words. That's at the beginning how slow we are. But today, the people can learn 3 words in 2 hours. It's the foundation being set. But I remember even that first retreat, I felt so familiar with that brush. I felt so familiar with that character. And I felt such joy to write it. And more than that, I felt so much joy to help other people to write. And then I said to myself, I think I can imagine I can do this for life. But at that time, wasn't. I was just a student. But I had the thoughts. And interesting enough that this is what is exactly happening. You see? So this is what the soul's abilities are. Once we develop the connection to our soul, those abilities comes out unexpected. Another thing is, to develop ability or gifts, potential to open at this level, one lifetime and mind level, it takes a long time. But yet, at this level, once we can open our door, connection to the soul, the gifts comes out much faster. Why? Because it's already there. You see? It's already there. But many people have difficulty from here to here. Why? Mind. Sensation blockages, yeah. Mind. Yes, that's a big one. So mind limitation, right? Mind limitation. But also that's why we need to really open the door to see the soul, to understand the soul, and then there will be much more. But even at this level, still many of us have a difficulty to develop our gifts and potential. Why?
Maybe we don't know we have them.
Huh?
Maybe we don't realize how much we have.
Limited thinking, negative mindsets, not realizing how great we can be or how much we could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. There are a number of challenges with limits here. Limits, the limitation only at this level, yes, and also from here, the gates, okay? So as this here, what the limits is, the number one, our self-love. We don't trust ourselves, yes? And number two, which is the key of the key. We don't dare to live in a we don't dare to live the life that meant for us. I'll say that again. We don't dare to live in the life that is designed for us.
Oh, okay.
Or mind
yeah,
for us.
yeah.
So that's why I said probably on Monday when we went, the first thing we need to do, or the first gate to develop your gifts and potentials, is to decide, do you want to live in your life or someone else's life? Good, write it down. Victoria, thumbs up. So once again, the first gate to develop your gifts and potential is even at the here. But without here, you cannot go above. So you have to go layers by layers, yes? So in order to develop even at this level, you need to decide, do you want to live in your life or someone else's life? So if we call that a gifts and potentials, it means it's your gifts. It's not someone else's. You need to know that everyone has gifts other people do not have. Heaven is really fair. Heaven designed everything, everyone beautifully. So everyone has gifts that no other people do not have. Also, everyone has a task other people do not have. Yes? So if that's called your gifts, also means your life path, it's only for you. So if I say I want to live in someone else's life, how do I develop my gifts? It's logic. Does it make sense? Yes? So for instance, we won't have a mainstream, everyone goes to university, what goes to university. Yeah, everyone, and after graduation, find a job and marry. Okay, most of people just do that. If you don't do that and feel awkward, you see? Yes. But if you look at the people who are making great achievement, who really realize their gifts and potentials, are the ones absolutely dare to live the life that different from others. Yes, you can think about it. So this is another thing we mentioned, that there's some people may think, okay, if I leave my gifts of potential, I have to compromise. I may have to compromise. I don't have enough money, or who had those thoughts? Good, or multiple hands. But actually, the truth, it's opposite. If you really want to live a flourishing life, the only way is to live in your full potential, in that your full potential aligned with your life purpose. That is the only way you can have the true flourishing.
Say that again.
So, once again, many people had misconception that if I leave my gifts and potentials or life mission, I have to compromise on the finance, on whatever that is. Yes, some cases maybe yes, that your life mission was not for that, but a lot of cases not necessarily. A lot of cases that actually for the full flourishing, and it is when you truly maximize your potential, and that is aligned with your gifts, that is aligned with your life mission. To maximize your gifts and potential, you have to align that with your life mission. Otherwise, it cannot be maximized. Does it make sense? Give you an example, yeah? And the other day we talk. So, for instance, among people in Silicon Valley, asked them to name few, and someone said Steve Jobs. Remember, I asked them, Steve Jobs, did Steve Jobs dare to live the life different?
Yeah.
Absolutely, right? He went to India and he studied this. He was also a little bit hippie. Yes? But with that breaks through the boxes what he had. The boxes from education, from the society, whatever that is. Then he was able to create the apple that is totally different from anything existed. Look what happened. The creativity comes out, the productivity comes out, and he made the history. Isn't it? You see, this is example for someone lives through really in the full potential, full life, but the financial reward, everything also come along with it. Yes. And the other day, for instance, Elon Musk, a lot of people researching him. He's very well known today. Well, he's, I think in the hotel, my hotel was next, like right across the street, it was Tesla. Tesla, yes. But Tesla is still just a small part of what he's doing. They just want to use that model to see that you can actually have a car that to do what other things. The car's environmental friendly, but still very modern and have other characters that people are searching for. But what other things, for instance, he's trying to prepare the plan B for humanity. He's trying to bring humanity to other planets. Other people may think, what are you doing? But he's making those things happening. Yes. And did he live a life that everyone lives? No, right? He was smart enough. He went to Stanford, yes, for PhD, but he left after 20 days. Why? Everyone want to go to Stanford for PhD.
I guess he found it too limiting, and his creativity was bigger than what they were teaching him. The thinking was too limited for him.
Yes, he realized the teacher was teaching was too old, was not fitting to the time. That's why we talk about the time. Why I talk about time? Because everything you have to fit into the bigger picture. Yes, the time now is he already see the trends for the internet at that time. Yes, and trends for the next. So those things were new. That even the university, even the professor did not have time to get those things into the textbook. Yes, and he left Stanford where he found the PayPal, right? Remember that? Yeah, he found a PayPal. Many people don't know. So he found a PayPal, and then afterwards he sold it and founded the Tesla. So he kept escalating from the PayPal to Tesla. Then he's building the what's the name? The SpaceX. Yeah, SpaceX. You see, so. But you see those examples, and they are not living in the normal boxes of life. So that's what I'm saying. If you really want to develop your gifts and potential, you need to really look within. What is life for me? What is life for me? Otherwise, we'll only live a life so-so. Your gift and potential is also so-so. This is fair, right? So with that, then you can break through, then you can develop much, much more. And I can tell you, for instance, I gone through that myself. It was for years difficult for me to leave the corporate job and has, all the things that people admire. But by the end, I was miserable. I had everything everyone would supposedly want to have, but I was miserable, right? Then eventually I let it go and come to work for this field of job. And financially it can no longer compare with before, but I'm much more happier and satisfied. There's no comparison. I know now what it means happiness and satisfaction. Before wasn't. Even I thought at the time was happiness. When I look back, it was not. Okay, so once you can step out of that boxes, then your gifts of potential can have a room to develop into the totally different dimension. Okay, so we spoke about how to break through here, how to develop here. Then have the soul. Yes. Then the next level is Yuan Shen. Remember the story for释迦牟尼佛, right? What did he do? His journey is telling us what's a journey for the gifts and potentials. What did he do? Do you remember his story? Everyone thinking so hard. Do you remember the story for 释迦牟尼佛? What's his English name, 释迦牟尼佛? I just see the 释迦牟尼佛, that's a Chinese name. The founder of Buddhism, yeah?
Gautama. Siddhartha Gautama.
Siddhartha Gautama. Yeah, Siddhartha Gautama.
Yeah.
I could not pronounce that. Yes, maybe that's why people. So remember, for his story, he exactly actually gone through this journey we're talking about. He was prince, yes, and he meant to take over the king position. He dropped it, left it. Remember that he decided to live in the life he was meant for him. Then he went to search. He learned all the different practices. That time in India, there are many different practices. He gone through many of those, actually all of them. But he still not found what he was looking for. And finally he decided to drop everything. Just meditate. And meditate, remember, for 7 days. But that 7 days, it's not just sitting there meditating. His soul was traveling. So finally, when he came back, then all the things, suddenly he knew everything. What was his journey? He gone through this journey. He let go of his prince position. Yes. He learned the different practice. Still did not find. Eventually he dropped everything. Then he see his true self. His true self has every wisdom. Because why the higher self have so much wisdom? Because the higher self connect with everyone, everything. Yes? So that's where he delivers. But how many people can be like him? Still, 5,000 years, no, how many years? Buddhism was 2,500 years ago, right? Still, he was only the highest figure for in this 2,500 years. But this lifetime, we want to have that higher level of access. How do we get there? The calligraphy. You got it here. This is the shortcut. The calligraphy. This is the escalation for this journey. Few people in the history can have it, but through dark calligraphy, this can happen. I cannot see myself there, but I can see definitely I'm going through this. The abilities that people talking about, like suddenly appear, like here, ta ta ta. It's all here. It's all this journey. Like so, for instance, for dark calligraphy also talking about Dao Chang, right? Dao Chang. How do I know Dao Chang? I don't necessarily know Dao Chang. It's the same thing created at the same time as you did it. But through Dao calligraphy, they opened my channel. I was able to access to the information for the Dao Chang. Then I can see, wow, my gosh, this is what the vision is. This is what in past lifetime I have done. This is what my task for this lifetime. You see? So, Dao calligraphy dodge, it's absolute the escalation path. So much faster. Why? It brings our soul, heart, and mind, and body join as one. Remember here? So you can, and then it opens the soul's memories, the past lifetimes, the abilities and memories, and even professionals come back. I'm shocked. I surprise all the time. I'm learning every minute, every teaching, every consultation. Many things come new. It's a really, really amazing life. It's through the Tao calligraphy. And more than that, you know what takes from here to here?
Typically, without the Tao calligraphy, it's pretty much impossible.
Yes.
It's millions of lifetimes.
Yes.
It's unheard of.
Yes.
The chances are astronomical.
Yes. So Lauren just said, without the Tao calligraphy, historically, it's extremely, extremely hard. Yes, that's why how many people can reach enlightenment. But yet in this lifetime, it will be different. This era, will be different. And yeah, so here actually, what when I was for a period of time, I was flowing for the Tao calligraphy related book and material. Then they showed to me in our heart, there is a tunnel behind the heart. The Chinese writing for heart, it's this way. It's a little small. But heart, remember, we see the different organs, right? Heart is also along with the other organs, like liver, kidney, spleen, lung. Those are the old organs. If you actually watch the Chinese, we have where's the organs? Yeah, it's actually underneath of the curtain. All those organs carry this radical. Only the heart doesn't have this radical. Only the heart doesn't have this radical. Why? This radical means flesh. This radical means flesh. So all the other characters for the organs, for 5 elements, for instance, 5 elements organs, they all have this radical. They all have a flesh. This actually already tells you the secret. Heart. You may ask, how come heart doesn't have flesh? You know, if you go to doctor, if when they do the transplant, they put it out, the heart has a flesh. So what is that?
Is it only the heart that has that level of higher dimensional connection or more spiritual connection?
Yeah. Yes. So actually, this heart, it's referred to a spiritual heart. Spiritual heart. So the Chinese traditional medicine actually has a clear definition. This is a physical heart. This is spiritual heart. Okay, we call that lansam just heart, but actually traditional Chinese medicine, which is coming from the Yellow Emperor's internal classic, they had a clear definition. There's 2 different heart. So the Indian talking about the heart chakra is here. Okay, so this heart is meant the spiritual heart. So this is governing. We think here is governing. It's not. It's the spiritual heart is governing place in our whole body, our small universe, governing the thoughts, governing the circulation, etc. That's the true boss, not here. I hope one day the medical can do research, can realize it. I think they're talking about the second brain here or somewhere. Here is the true boss. It's where the starting point. And so in the heart, behind the heart, there is a tunnel. That tunnel connects to Yuan Shen. Yuanxi is also a soul, but a pure, pure soul. So it's the seeds there, but we cannot see. So it's actually through the heart tunnel going, that's connection. What dog calligraphy does, what they showed me when I was following that book, dog calligraphy opened directly that tunnel. It's amazing, isn't it? That one made it possible that you can access this so fast. Historically, how long that is. You know, I started to have a taste of it. I started to have a taste. Oh, that's what the Buddha says. 本性具足. 本性具足 means your original self already has it. Because from the abilities that come to me, I start to realize that's in my original self. So meaning I had started to have a little experience with it. This is how long time. It's not too long. This is all because of that calligraphy. It's amazing. Really amazing. So that is why. So this weekend we're going to go through the process. We're going to go deeper. I'm actually giving you a little bit too much then maybe. And the process of how to work here, how to work here, how to work here. Okay? And also just working on the abilities and gifts is not enough. You have to put that into the picture. What is the picture? I like circles. So here is your gifts and potentials. In order to have your gifts and potential, you also need to know here what's your life mission. These are deeply connected. They actually stimulate. For a higher level of gifts and potential to awaken, to come realize, you need to have a higher level of life mission. Or at least you realize you have to have access to that. So what's happening is once you step into your life mission, heaven helps you to almost like remove the curtain, then suddenly the gifts and potentials there. There is process. So access or have alignment, clarity to your life mission are directly linked to your gifts and potential. But at the same time, you also prepare your gifts and potential so you can recognize it, you realize it. They have a very integrated relationship. But in order to have your life mission, you also need to know what's the bigger mission. This is one, this is all. They are also working in alignment. You see? So in order to know my mission, I need to know the bigger mission. Then I know what is my role in that and how do I work. You see the correlations, yes?
Is that a mission for all humanity at this time? That kind of thing?
Yes. So this can be, can be for all humanity, if you're ready for that. But it also can be for instance, some people can be, maybe this bigger mission is global warming, and we would want to resolve that. Right? Then he can see, okay, what is my role in that resolve the global warming? That can also be a life mission. That's why I always call it bigger mission. I didn't see it has to be this mission, working for humanity or souls. Because everyone have different readiness, yes. So it's also perfect where they are. For instance, the actor Leonardo, what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio. Yes. So he dedicated his life mission for resolving the global warming, for instance, yeah? That's also great. You see, within his influence. So this also has to come to alignment and clarity. Okay? And now you see it's not only here. There is deeper meanings. Yeah, there is other things related. This is the much bigger, and this is the totality of the picture. What's available outside was right now through my research. It's all here. Talk some here, but not exact. Lots of them at the mind level. Also, another thing is when they talk about important, when you talk about, you have to experience why the teacher has to experience part of thing. You know, I mentioned yesterday, even 3 years ago, Deborah requested, I cannot teach this topic yet. I could, but definitely not at this depths. Why? Because I have to go through that myself first. Then I can deliver through my real personal experience. Yes. So I go through exactly unfolding each layer. It was extremely painful process. But once I gone through that, it becomes so clear. Then I can see for myself, I can see for others. That's what, now it's my job to come back to help you. Okay? And also gone through this.
That process was not easy.
Good. You know that process is not easy, yes. You've gone through a little bit, right?
Everybody here.
Yes, not easy at all, not easy at all. So, but that's why we need each other, we have each other so we can help each other. So this weekend we have a number of things to help you, and we will walk deeper into those. But we also have, remember, we work at all the soul, mind, heart, soul level, and at soul level, it's the blessing. Okay. We're going to have a calligraphy. We're going to have a specific calligraphy that I was guided to write to help. That is a calligraphy that is the most powerful one to help you to discover your gifts, unleash your potential. You're going to know this weekend what it is. Okay. So and also we have a treasures. We call that treasures. So I'm going to do a demo for that. This weekend is full of very, very special treasure. Remember, this topic it's being taught first time. I think overall this first time, right? Being taught. And in the mission. So the gifts, the treasures being created for this weekend is also first time. Yeah. Yes, thank you. I myself am very excited. I want to receive them all. So we have a treasure. So for instance, light, Dao light field, the Dao Chinese, the Dao light field. Dao light field for discover your gifts. So Dao light field to awaken your gifts. First one. Big, yeah. Awaken. So many people were still sleeping with that. The second was Dao light field to develop your potentials. That potential is at all levels. Soul, heart, and mind level. That's awesome. Exactly. That is beyond awesome. Yes, it's really good. And Dao light field to remember, just to develop your gifts of potential alone is not enough. You also have to have here alignment. And so, for instance, myself, some of the abilities, if I have not stepped into my life mission, will not show up, like a calligraphy. If I have not stepped into the role for teaching calligraphy, I may never knew that I could write a calligraphy or teach calligraphy. You see, right? So it's absolutely connected. Okay, but if I would not have know this bigger picture, I would have not have clear picture about my life mission. They're all interconnected. Yes. So yes, we also have a Dao light field to find your life mission. Amazing, yeah. And Dao light field to develop your service. So that's a whole journey. But we're so blessed to have that being proved by Master Sha. Yeah. I'm so excited. So why don't you, we're going to do a demo for the dial-light field to find your life mission.
Oh, tonight?
Yes, tonight. Okay. So the demo. Actually, they told me already before tonight. The demo is Victoria. Let's find a chair.
Oh, you already have it there. Okay.
Victoria has been waiting for this for all life long, isn't it?
He says you can't give up AV once you know your life mission.
What is that?
You can't give up AV.
Oh, that's part of. Yes,
Oh
yes.
my goodness. Oh,
Exciting, yeah.
thank you.
Oh, so she'll be the first one to receive that ever.
Oh,
I'm not received. I will receive, apply myself this weekend. So Victoria being chosen because she needed. She's the one searching for ages for this. That has been her heart desire. But also she serves. She serves. Yes. And she was really helping us when we're working on the Dao Chang training program. And anytime you need her, she's there. Very beautiful service. Great. So I myself is excited and I want to know. So we're going to do a reading. Master Huiling, if you can do some. Master Henderson, Master Shunyat, share a little bit. Okay. Okay. Good. Let's tone in. So for the people online, this blessing is like spiritual, very special. Just tonguing, you may feel, you may see whatever that comes through to you. Starlight field to find your life mission for Victoria. Transmission. So, and whoever would like to share first.
So congratulations, Victoria, and thank you, Master Cecilia.
Thank
you,
you,
Master
Master
Shah, for open this up. This is really not a ordinary special blessings and or special treasures. It truly is like a gift your soul has been waiting for a lifetime, not just this lifetime, but lifetime. So it's brings a tremendous healing to, that sadness and grief. A big part of it is that the soul have not, like your soul knows that you have potentials in gift, but yet it's like you're here, you can see yourself there in a higher realm, but you can't, there's this gap. And you also can feel your role for those life mission, but you can't reach that. It's like you see where you want to go, but you can't. And there's a lot of disappointments and all of this judgments or negative things that you would have been like just put on yourself because of that. So this will transform a lot of those negative self-talk. And what I saw, the third image was absolutely amazing. So as Master Cecilia connected, the huge light, like columns, right away comes, like literally we're all in that columns. And your soul is being brought up to a higher realm. And it's bringing to like that divine temple. And so, Master Cecilia talk about the heart tunnel, the lingam. So there's a saints that in charge of reading our tianming. So it's our it record our really is our life missions, and so you're brought there, and the healing actually come two level. One is that your soul didn't want to see it, so the healing was like remove that. Like the blockages, like I see they put things on your eyes and like herb and things and to heal your visions. And the second level is there are blockages on your, like there's a special section on your Akasha record your tianming. It's been covered. It was covered. So that's another layer of the healing is that it removes those, so now you can access what is written on that part of your Akasha record, to access what is your life mission. So I heard the message that you had to do further forgiveness practice and service, and also connect with this thing, connect with this blessing. You turn on and connect with the things that is helping you, guiding you. It's like they were like, Victoria, from now on, we put this like big screen, like, has your record that you had to see it. It's right in front of you, big like screen. It's not like a small book, it's a big screen that you had to really look at it and do communication with them. And they will tell you more about what is beyond that message. Like what she talked about, you have to see beyond the picture, beyond the picture. So it's absolutely amazing. So I am very excited also this weekend. I definitely will register for it. So congratulations. Thank you, Master Cecilia.
You're very blessed, Victoria. It was so beautiful. Thank you, Master Cecilia. Thank you, Master Shah. For me, the message is very similar. I saw a brick wall. And then in this brick wall were some holes that she was trying to look through and looking at where the things that her goals were. They're out there. So, and then the brick wall break through. But on top of that, it's not just breaking through the brick wall. It's that she has many things in her mind. So she doesn't know which one is the one to focus on. So this blessing actually pulls the most important one, that is for Victoria, to the foreground. And similar, something like a screen, and pulls it to the foreground and then lets her know what is actually is the best for her. So that was very beautiful, and it actually told me that it actually saved her journey. So she doesn't have to go around and, how do you call this? When you don't know exactly what you want, you'll taste every dish, right? But if you already know what you're looking for, you'll go directly to that dish and just eat that because you know that's the best for you. Similar to the experience of life mission is that she will know exactly where she will go to serve is the best and makes her the most happiest, most fulfilled in her journey. So it actually saved her journey, right? Because if not, she would have gone around and still hasn't reached the place. And so, Victoria, you really have to connect, practice, and make it shine even further. So, because you are on your path, you are on your journey, you just need to hit the target.
Right.
And this is like a focus, helps you focus to hit that target directly as well. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Master Cecilia, for the beautiful gift. Thank you, Master Shah. And, it's interesting because very similar images and messages. But, it's nice because they're all coming from different ways. But what I saw was very Indiana Jones. So, like going through a dark tunnel with lots of cobwebs and booby traps, the whole Indiana Jones thing. But the thing was, like, an important message behind it that goes along with what they're saying is well, first of all, when she gave the blessing, your whole team came. So your whole heavens team was in the room here, standing behind you. And so going down this tunnel, the team is with you, and the team is all light beings. So it's this dark, scary tunnel, but you've got a team that's all, like, they just radiate light. But you're not using the team enough to help lighten your way down this tunnel. So it seems very dark and scary and full of cobwebs and musty and, just not pleasant. But remember that your team is there, and your team will take you. And there's going to be steps still to get to, what is your life path and fulfilling your life path. There'll be steps, but your team is there through every step of the way. And the direct message was, every day you have to ask your team what they want you to do. Every day. That's your homework. No two ways about it. No, I don't feel like it today. Just do it, okay? And at the end of the tunnel, what was waiting, I was like, is it going to be the Ark of the Covenant? Because that's what Indiana Jones went after. And but what it was, there was a light shining, and what was there at the end of the tunnel was a jade Buddha. So that's what I saw.
Wow. I really didn't feel very much, other than great gratitude, but like physically I didn't feel very much. Well, of course, I'm very, very grateful. It's funny about the Indiana Jones, because I was talking to myself yesterday about how I do love adventures, but I was telling myself that, of course, I'm on this great adventure, this soul journey, but it's not like the other adventures I've been on. Many other adventures are for the fun, for the discovery, going new places, but this is not like that. So it can be an adventure, but it's not purely for entertainment and fun, and maybe learning a few new things. This is very, very serious. No, it is, but it's not just distraction or, that this is really, really the adventure to be on, and to really, the other kinds of adventures are just somewhat entertaining or.
Actually, what I found is that the journey to find your life mission and on the way to discover your gifts and when that to emerge out, that is the most creative, most adventurous, most fun journey. Mm-hmm. I travel a lot. I think I traveled, I don't know how many countries, 50 or more. I used to travel all my spare time. I like adventure. I come to always like to go to the place I've not been to. But still, when I step onto this journey, the satisfaction, the ventures, the creativity, it's a totally different arena. It's not you cannot have fun. You can have just higher fun.
Yeah, and I recently have had a big transformation, and I have found that I think I told Master Wei-Ling, that now I think I can really, really enjoy my life. Yes. Because I knew that I wanted to, and there have been fun times, but ever since this, recently, and it hasn't changed. I feel like now I can really enjoy my life. Whatever happens, things will happen, but I feel very confident in my life, and now I get this blessing. It's just so amazing.
Yeah, actually, I feel her light. Her face is much more light, and her confidence. Her confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all happy.
The clarity is also confidence. The confidence is oftentimes when we're confused, it's shaking. Then the confidence is impacted. When the clarity is more, then the confidence is more. You need to know to notice the change. I see the change. They give you a team. I was impressed. Yes, and then they also part of the reason you could not see your life mission is we had a lifetimes we missed it. We missed to accomplish the mission. The pain is so deep in the soul, so you were still in that self blaming. Is that right? Do you feel that? So that's what they actually offer a lot of healing. Okay, it's immense. But they also told me clearly they're not going to, like they said, they're going to help you to see, but they're not going to strict give to you.
Yeah.
This is, you have to know, this is best way to serve. If they strict give to you, you may not that get into your heart. Mm-hmm. They're going to lead you to, hey, it's here. That's the best way. I was amazed at how they work together. Wow, that journey, it's, for me, you know how I find I have gone to, I was looking for my life mission for a long, long time. I share with some of you, I had a little card that was written, Life with Mission. I was giving the private card and with my phone number. I give to the people, and then people ask me, what is your life mission? I said, I don't know. I know there's one, but I don't know what. So I've been searching for year after year, and I've gone through different spiritual teachers also looking for my life mission for many years. That search. And if I would have known this blessing available, oh. But anyway, let's give her a big hand.
So much. Thank you for being the deliverer of it. Thank you, Master Sha.
Yay! Exciting, yes. Yes.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Victoria. Happy birthday to you. Long success and long success. Long success, Victoria. Victoria.
Yeah. So who wants to have the also find your life mission? Yes. Great, everyone. All right. So this is what one of the treasures will be offering, but you do have to join the workshop. This is part of it. Like a Monday, some people want to already receive it. I said it's not offered because it's not. You have to come with the teaching. Then the treasure, the blessing, and the teaching comes together. They facilitate each other. Okay. Okay, so also the other thing is I know we have many people online on the webcast, many overseas friends. We thank you, we welcome you to join us on the weekend. This whole weekend you're going to be in the Daochang. And the many things will be actually first time spoken. All the treasure is definitely first time delivered. But we also want to invite the people in the Bay Area to join us in person. We actually have a special gifts to everyone join in person. I did order in Germany the book Dao Classic, and I shipped it to the San Francisco Center. So we're going to give as a gift this weekend, but also not only give to you as a gift, we're going to bless and sign. So, yay. So that is for the in-person only. Webcasters, we please forgive us on that. But we still have many other blessings we will offer to you. But for in-person, this is one special treasure we'll offer to the in-person participants. So we invite all the people online in the Bay Area. I know it's a little bit far Bay Area, but still this weekend it's going to, in person, you receive so much more. And especially in this field, yeah. Okay, I remember when I was in Bay Area, I used to drive. Like I had the one time for one night, I drove 3 hours to an event, 3 hours back in one night. Wow. As long as I felt there's something I can get it, I would go get it. My journey was searching for long, was not easy one. But anyway, I'm honored to share with you. So thank you so much. Great.
Thank you, Master Cecilia. 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 Master Cecilia. Love you, Master Cecilia. Love you, Master Cecilia. Love you, Master Cecilia. Love you, Master Cecilia. Really, really love you, Master Cecilia. Really, really love you, Master Cecilia. Really, really love you, Master Cecilia. Really love you, Master Cecilia. Really love you, Master Cecilia.
Really, really love you, everyone.
Really, really love you, everyone. Really, really love you, everyone. Really love you, everyone. Really love you, everyone. So join us tomorrow and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can register at drsha.com. That's DRSHA.com. And click on events and then go to the California section, San Francisco, and you'll find all the information there. If you have trouble finding that, give us a call here at 415-971-7373, and we will be happy to get you connected. We love you. We thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.